everybody, it's Beth, and I'm back to talk to you about block number 7 of our Imperial Blooms block of the month. I can't believe we are already in block 7. It's December. I hope you guys have a great holiday, but in the meantime, let's go over to the work table and I'm going to show you what's in your kit this month. This is what your block will look like this month after you've finished stitching, and I'm going to pick it up so you can see some close-up shots of the stitching, and I'll just give you a quick tour of the block. And you can see we're going to be doing a lot of different stitches this month. Got some stitching on our layering cotton. I want you to be able to see up close. Sometimes the pictures that I take and I print don't print very well, so I want you to be able to see the up close and personal of the actual block, and then you can refer to it anytime on YouTube. Okay, so that is the block, and let's have a look at what you're going to get in your kit. Of course, your background piece. Put this over here a little bit so I can refer to it. This is the blue for the flower. You're going to get this little piece, which is going to be a cotton overlay, and you can see it here. Now, in the book, you'll have to look very closely. It's really hard to tell that there is a cotton overlay that Sue Spargo did, but it's really hard to see, and there's no template. So in your kit this month, I drew this little template for this cotton overlay, and you're going to use this piece. You've got this for your stem, so you can see the stem here. You're going to make a 1/4 inch little stem that you're going to applique. You've got this little piece of cotton here for your leaf. You've got some white wool, the cranberry. You've got a little piece of velvet here and some, this is not Presto sheer, but it's very similar for your stabilizer. You have that. You've got your grid work cotton overlay. That's going to be right here. And of course I punched some circles for you. So I punched your 1-inch circles. Now I think the book, it measured 7/8 of an inch circle, but I don't have punches for that. So you're getting a 1-inch circle, and then the 2 little yellow gold circles, they'll be in a bag like this. You also have this piece, and you're going to punch 1/4 inch circles with your little paper punch or your little hole puncher. Of course, I didn't do those for you. I'd be doing those until next year. So you've got enough to make at least 30. The book says cut out 27, but I think I ended up stitching more. I just basically punched a bunch out, and just until I filled it in to where I liked it, I used that. So you have enough to do extra. So that's what this blue piece is for. And the threads that are going to be in your kit are this Eleganza Pearl Cotton. It's a number 8. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It stitches so nice. And then you're going to get this Eleganza. I forget the name of the color, but I think it's Ostrich Plume. You're going to get a spool of this. Now, the optional threads that you had some choices for, I just want to show you up close. This is EZM 07. It's bee pollen. It's one of my favorite yellows. I've used it here and here. And then this number 3, and the name escapes me right now what that name is, but it is beautiful. It's one of my favorite colors to use. If you ordered it and you get it on the spool, my first impression of this spool when I looked at it was, oh, this is not that pretty, but it stitches up so nice, so you'll really enjoy that. What can I tell you? What else can I tell you? let's see, I told you about the little circles. Oh, one thing about the circles on your instructions, I told you to wait and stitch all these on last, because you've got all of this decorative stitching here and here. Do these first and then go back and do these circles last. Also, I had a couple of you ask me if I would do a demonstration on how to use the Spoke Easy templates. So what I'll do is I'll grab them and I will film a little demo at the end of this video so you can kind of see how I use them to mark these flowers that I did, and just kind of give you some general tips on how to use those templates. So just stay tuned and I will be right back. Let's talk about the Spoke Easy templates that I mentioned earlier. This is what they look like. They're from Sue Spargo. She designed these. Each little packet comes with 6 different templates. They are marked by the number of spokes on each template. So this one will have 5 spokes. What it does is it helps you mark especially circles, or if you want to stitch something that has an even amount of stitches, or you want to do some whipped woven circles, or you want to do some fly stitches that are nice and even. These have been the best templates. I use them all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I use them for our block this month. So your little flowers inside your block are made from using this number 6 spoke here. So let me show you. So you can see here, see how nice and perfectly spaced these are? That's because I used the templates to help mark each little intersection. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So I've got my template here, and I have a little circle that we're going to use. One thing that you need, and I highly recommend, is this Sewline marking pencil. Now this is the 3-in-1. They do make one that's just one color, but you really need the 3-in-1. And the reason why is because you are going to mark through these little holes here. And you need a marking pen that has a very narrow shaft here where the lead comes out so that you can mark through the template. And I'm going to show you this. So you can get these on my website. They're 3-in-1 color. You get a black, and you turn it, and then you can get a pink, and then a white. I think my white is nearly out. So we're going to use the black one for this demo. So what you're going to do is you need a real solid surface for marking. This is my lap app, and it's pretty solid. It has a little bit of padding, but pretty much it's a solid surface. And I say that because if you're going to mark, you need to be able to get your pen through the holes. And I know this is the biggest complaint people have with the templates, is that they can't mark through the holes or they keep breaking their lead. So just follow along with me and I will show you how I mark my intersection. So let's say I'm going to make one of these flowers and I want to mark it. I put my template on top, and I just lined it up with the edge of the wool circle all the way around. So I've marked it evenly. And then I'm going to take my marking pencil and I'm going to mark the first one. So I'm going to just make little dots, and I'm not dragging the lead around. I'm just making little swivel dots, and I'll show you how it's going to look. So then I'm going to go to the next intersection. And I'm going to keep going all the way around. And this will keep you from breaking your lead. It's just twizzle it through your fingers and make sure you've got them marked. Okay, so that's the best way to do it. So you can see that I was able to mark where those stitches are going to go. So I'm going to be making the stitches through each one of these. Okay, it is much easier, but I think there's just a little bit of you know, a little bit of tips that you can use to help it mark a little bit easier. You can use it and mark it. Say you wanted to mark one and you actually wanted to draw the lines. You can do that. I have to be really careful. You can see my lead is pretty far out, but you can go in there and lightly mark. I'll show you how I do that. To me, it doesn't work as well, I think, as doing the little twizzle motion. So we're going to just keep going around here. And you can kind of see where I've marked it. Now, the other thing you can do, if you don't want to mark, but you do want to get intersections, and I do this a lot because sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to mark, is I just hold the template over the circle. And I hold it with my fingers in the back and my thumb on top, and then I just stitch through. I don't have any thread to show you, but all you need to do is just hold it in place, and then you don't have to mark at all. So, so keep that in mind. You've got 6 of these to choose from. There are, let's see, 3 odd and 3 even. You know, sometimes when you're making like a woven circle, you have to have an even or an odd number of spokes. If you are doing a whipped woven, you can do, doesn't matter, either even or odd. So I hope this helps. And if you have any questions about the Spoke Easy templates, give me a comment below, or you can send me an email. These are available on my website, and I will put a link directly to that page so you can take a look at them. So I hope you have a great month. I hope you have a great holiday, and I hope you enjoy stitching this block as much as I did this month. I had so much fun, and I will see you next month.